This video is going to be titled How Not to Make a Work of Art. Or something like that. It started off as a very good concept, and my pencil drawing I thought was really well done. I'm pretty good about doing my penciling, kind of like inking. I have a lot of confidence in that. But when it comes to the painting part, because I do a little bit of watercolor here, I tend to get rushed because I know the camera's running and I don't want this video to last for 2 hours. So I go too fast, and then I kind of ruin it, spoil it. I probably should have cut this video into 2 or 3 different videos, and maybe I will in the future. I was actually tempted to not even show the painting process and just leave it at the drawing process so I wouldn't look like a buffoon. But so everybody can see, how mistakes are made, I'm going to let the whole thing go. And I know that art is a matter of taste, and maybe people will like this regardless. It's not really it's not tight to me. It's kind of towards the end it gets a little sloppy, and I don't like sloppy. I notice when I do my acrylic paintings, if I force myself to stop and take breaks, or even take several days to finish a painting, it looks much better, which makes total sense. For a while when I was doing my paintings, I was rushing and rushing and rushing, and I got a couple of paintings I'm just going to paint over because I just didn't like the way it turned out, because I was just rushing them. And realistically, there's no reason to rush them. It's not like there's this huge demand for my artwork out there. So the dragon right now, I think, just looks really kind of cool. I like the design. I like the horns. Everything about this is just cool. And I probably should just stop the video right now. Well, no, I'm putting a little bit of texture on it. My texturing looks good. And I'm not trying to brag here. I like my pencil work. I've always liked my pencil work. And I like my brush work too. It's just I don't know if brush work works well in this video format. If you look at my other videos, I do time-lapse. With time-lapse, well, this is kind of like time-lapse, so it's different. I shoot that on my GoPro. I'm shooting this on my phone. It's a little bit different. It's hard to describe, but I can do the GoPro forever and even speed that up so my painting doesn't take forever. And I try not to rush that. And even then, I will just film it in segments, so I'm not filming the entire thing. I mean, I've had paintings that take 3 days. I mean, not 3 solid days, but I'm sitting there for an hour, take a break, an hour, the next day 2 hours, next day 2 hours, and I can condense that down into about 10 minutes. And it looks pretty cool. And it looks so cool that if you're watching this now, when you're done, go back through my list of paintings and go look at some of those. But right now, I'm really happy with the way things are looking. It looks like a coloring book. You got the line work, and all you have to do is go in and color it. Get some crayons out and colorize this thing. Even the beginning parts of the ink wash don't look bad. I probably should have stopped then. I like my pencil when it comes to shading. I like the line work, like right there on the neck I just did. But I also like the way it looks with the ink. Here I am just sketching in a little hand to fill out a spot in. I wasn't trying to make it too elaborate, putting the knuckles in, just connect the dots, put some fingers in. And so that's like the right hand. And then I put in a couple fingers on the other side just for the left hand, just kind of fill in the composition a little bit. When I first came up with this idea, I have a couple standard things that I can draw pretty readily. Dragons is one of them. So I could do these all day long and come up with varying designs of them. I think for anybody who wants to learn how to draw, see here, this is the ink wash right here, and this looks really good. It's like I don't know, 40% dark, and all I needed to do is color the horns in. And once I had those horns filled in, I should have just quit. I should have just put my brush down, and maybe went in and filled the pupil of the eye in, give it a little eye color, and be done with it. Sign it and sell it for $1 million. But no, I had to keep going. I had to keep. Oh yeah, there's that too. My brush rolled off and splattered on my paper, so I think that was like an omen or something. I knew things were going to go downhill from that point. There's no way you can erase ink off of paper. I could have done a background and kind of camouflaged it, but I don't know if I want to do all that work. I'm probably going to go and come up with a different dragon and do this over and do a separate video. I mean, I don't want to waste this video. And this one here, it's a learning experience. It teaches you how to not screw things up. So here I am putting in the nostrils. I think I have maybe a couple more. Here I go. From this point onward, I should have just put the brush down. So we should probably just talk about something else for a while, because this is kind of embarrassing. I mean, you may like this. I'm outlining the teeth, and the teeth need to be outlined with the ink to give it some form. Maybe at this point I could still go, but it's kind of iffy. Look how this video is sped up, but to me it looks like it's normal speed. Because my anxiety is kicking in. I think, oh, I got to get this done. I don't want to bug everybody with 15 minutes of me painting, but that's probably why you came here in the first place, right? To watch me paint this stuff. I mean, Bob Ross had to get his stuff done in 20 minutes, and everybody got popcorn and a soda and watched him do it, and it was very entertaining. He'd bring his squirrels and stuff. What's funny? I got this cat, and my cat was just to the top of this page, and he's batting around my pens and batting around my brushes and getting in my business, and he's trying to drink my ink water. Well, just plain water. The ink there was no ink in the actual water. But it was kind of funny. I had my little Bob Ross moment, because I know he used to bring squirrels and things to his studio. Okay, right here, I'm just outlining stuff, but I'm just going way too fast. It was way too dark. Man, this is painful to watch. Doing a little bit of outlining. Man, I should just put some music on and just go into the room and put some Bob Ross on, get some inspiration while this continues out. But no, I'll stick with it. What can I say? I'm darkening up some areas. And there's nothing wrong with darkening areas as long as you take your time doing it. Take your time. Be patient. I am not a patient person at all. This could have been so much better. Oh my gosh. Why am I doing that so dark? Why? Stop. Go back in time. Anyway, so I'm kind of outlining the fingers, which in itself is not a bad thing. I don't know. So here I am, putting some more darks on the neck, And what am I going to do next? Oh, I'm going in and putting in some of these lines. I probably should have done that with a marker pen, because sometimes even this fine brushes can be a tad bit tricky if you're doing line work, like I'm doing here. And I probably went too dark again. I went too fast. So what can we talk about? Is there a meteor shower coming soon, or is it cold where you're at right now? When I'm shooting this, it's January. We had some snowstorms. We had some ice. Hey, I fell down at work the other day. Yeah, I was getting out of my car, and I slipped on the ice, and I landed on my right hand. So maybe I can blame that. I had an injury to my right hand, and it's causing me to paint poorly. Is that a good excuse? No. But I also fell in some slush, and I got my pants all wet. So that was kind of bad, and it was like 5 in the morning, and it was dark. But today, it's supposed to be above freezing, and I don't know when you're going to watch this. You're probably going to watch this in the middle of the summer, and it's not freezing at all. But it's a nice day to paint, because I'm not going to go outside and do anything besides this. My agenda for today is to pop out 3 videos. Hopefully the next 2 will be better than this. They have to be. I just got to figure out another plan here. Maybe I'm just going too complicated with my work. I need to just make it a little simpler. I don't know. Because right now it's looking like a really nasty cartoon. Unless you like this stuff. Everybody has their own likes. Maybe you think this is cool. It's not up to my standards. I shouldn't knock my own work like that. That sounds terrible. But you should watch my videos, though. Because this is a video, this is the opposite kind of video. You have a learning video, and this is a learning video. It's just learning what not to do. It's the opposite. This is my train wreck video. See that? The canvas is wet. I have ink sliding all over the place. I didn't mean that to happen. That was terrible. Anyway, like and subscribe anyway, because you're going to want to come back and see my other new stuff. And you need to go back. I'm telling you what to do. I'm telling you. Please go through my other videos. I have a lot of long form videos, which are my first ones. I put too much effort into my first stuff, way too much effort, and I can't re-upload them because YouTube doesn't like it when you do that. So just go back and look at my other dragons, my better dragons, the ones where I'm not vomiting all over this one. So at the end, I thought maybe I could fix it by coloring it, so I got my watercolors out. And I thought, you know, dragons are kind of gray or green, so I got some green paint out thinking it'd fix it. And actually, it kind of helped a little bit because it kind of filled in some of the white areas, made it look less stark. I think my contrast between my darks and lights is just too much. So when I started putting in the color, it kind of made the contrast less. But I don't think it fixed it per se. And I'm just getting into some power slop right now. I'm just going nah, 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 nah. But if you like this painting, you know, I'll sell it to you. I'll keep it, and you can hang it in your garage, or in your man cave or your woman cave or whatnot. I don't care. I don't know if it's suitable for framing. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. All art is suitable for framing. But this here was more of an exercise. You know, I was just practicing, because you have to practice your art. If you don't practice your art is going to be terrible. I practiced my art, and I still made something terrible. It's not terrible. Here's some blue. I put some blue in here thinking, you know, maybe blue will fix this. Turns out blue didn't fix it, though. It was distracting. It distracted from the other parts. So I put some blue in. I got some green. You might want to go back to the beginning of this video and watch the beginning where it was actually good for a while, and it was a pencil drawing. I think my next video I'm going to just hold back on the ink. I mean, not totally, but not like I did here. And there's some more blue under the chin, blue in the eyes, and blue under that thing, where that is. I do like the design of this dragon a lot. I think I might just copy it for my next video. Sign my name, Keith Trimmed, 24, and thanks for showing up.